Hey everybody, Slayer Holfin here, back for a PBL Season 3 Week 13 match recap, except um, I didn't record this right after the match, obviously, and then Pokemon Showdown's server crashed, or their server didn't crash. I don't know exactly what happened, but basically their replays weren't working, and the replays that had been saved got deleted. So the replay was saved, but then it got deleted, and they had a lot of issues, and I think a lot of their replays still are down, and I'm not sure if they're ever going to come back. So um, I didn't want to just have a gap. Figured I'd try to kind of remember what I could. So here's the team that I brought. He brought Mega Manectric, Staraptor, Shaman, Alolan Ninetales, um, Manaphy, and Haxorus, I think. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's what he brought. So he didn't bring Victini, which is surprising. He didn't bring Ditto, which was really surprising. Seismitoad didn't show up, which was a little surprising. And then Sandslash Alola and Archeops rounded out those members sitting on the bench for him. So I can't actually remember exactly how this game went down. I'll do my best to kind of like say what I remember, but there are going to be a lot of holes, I guarantee you. So in the early game, I remember setting up with Jirachi and getting up a few Calm Minds. You can see the set. I got up a couple Calm Minds. I had the Ghostium Z Shadow Ball for Victini to try to catch that thing on a switch in, since it switches in every single time. I think I did quite a bit of damage to Alolan Ninetales. Oh, so maybe this is mid game, because I think early game Raikou ended up in, and it got Weather Ball damage off on Mega Manectric. And because he had the Hail up, I got Weather Ball off on Mega Manectric. I'm trying to remember how this game started. I think that he started with Staraptor, and I started with... Did I start with Crocodile, maybe? I know I got Rocks up because that came into play with Staraptor later. I think I started with... I want to say I started with Crocodile. But anyway, yeah, early game, I fired off some Weather Balls, got the nice 100 base power Ice moves off with Raikou. Did some damage to Mega Manectric. At some point, it basically ended up, I think he went into Ninetales Alola and he got up the Veil as I went into Jirachi and started Calm Minding up, got a few Calm Minds up. I think took Ninetales Alola out with a Psychic or two, and he came in with Mega Manectric, and I was at like 30 or 40%, I think, and he took me out with a Flamethrower. And I think I went into Crocodile then and forced him out and clicked. Maybe that's when I got my Rocks up, or maybe I clicked Knockoff. Staraptor came in at some point. Let's see, how did this game go down? I can't even remember now. It's starting to, some of it's starting to come back to me. I think that, I know Raikou ended up like doing quite a bit of damage and then took some hail damage and it was at like 1%. And I saved him to switch into something at some point during the game, and Raikou ended up staying alive. Spoilers, I won this game 4-0. Jirachi was one of my Pokemon that died, and I think that the other one might have been Scolipede. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Scolipede died. Scolipede, one of the things that happened, I think I set up on the Shaman. Is that right? Yeah, I think I set up on the Shaman maybe. And we ended up getting a Rockside Flinch on the Staraptor, which was super lucky for us because he was Intimidate, he was bulky, he could have roosted off, and we got the Rockside Flinch, which allowed us to then two-hit KO it. Otherwise, it would have just kind of roosted and stalled us out a little bit. in the end, he ended up with Manatee out there, and I was really scared that he was going to have uh, the Z Rain Dance along with the Tail Glow, but he just had the Tail Glow. And in the end, I think I was able to pick up the kill with Verzian. I think I went for uh, Poison Jab. I think I went for the Poison Jab on him to try to get the poison. That failed, and then I went and got the kill with Verzian. Gosh, I'm sorry. I thought that this would be a lot easier to remember, but now it's been a couple of weeks, and I'm really having a hard time remembering this. Shaman's Seed Flares were a thing, weren't they? I think I might have taken Shaman out with Raikou. Or Jirachi. HP Fighting was for the Sand Slash. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think after Manectric killed Jirachi, I definitely went Crocodile. Because I was Moxie, and I think I might have tried to get. I think I went for the knockoff maybe, knowing that he'd go out to Staraptor. And then maybe Raikou came in on Staraptor at one point. I think he led Staraptor, and maybe I went Raikou. Gosh, it's all just such a blur now. The main takeaways I remember from the match, though, are that Weather Ball Raikou was kind of cool and kind of surprising, but ultimately Mega Manectric is what he went into, and that dealt with it pretty well. And it, the Weather Ball did decent damage, but it wasn't anything crazy. It was pretty underwhelming. Jirachi put in work, but Jirachi, one of the things I really don't like about Jirachi is that it doesn't have any way to increase its speed when the Omni Boosts are banned, which is really too bad because, well, I guess you could run like Z Trick or something, but like that's very situational. There's no like Rock Polish or anything like that to just kind of boost its speed and try to take advantage of like a weakness policy or like a Calm Mind plus something else to set up a little bit. Because Jirachi just ends up getting revenge killed quite a bit when you try to run it really offensively, which is too bad, and that's what happened here with Mega Manectric. I think that Crocodile definitely let me put a lot of pressure on his Mega Manectric, and I think once Staraptor went down, Crocodile was in a pretty good position too. I don't think that Swellow actually hit the floor. I don't think Swellow hit the playing field. Oh, maybe it did actually, because maybe Shaman came in on it. But Swellow always like comes in and doesn't get like it never gets any kills. I know it just seems like it. I bring it every week thinking it's going to put in a lot of work, and then something else gets the kills. Scolipede put in a lot of work. I think Earthquake might have. Gosh, I can't remember how Scolipede was used now. I think maybe it came in and Poison Jab and kill a Shaman, and then, or maybe I Swords Danced and he went into Staraptor. I don't know. I remember the flinch on Staraptor was really big because it basically turned like him checking my Scolipede and like it being useless into me killing his Staraptor, and that was a big turning point. And in the end, Manaphy was his last Pokemon, and like I said, he's able to Tail Glow up and he's able to do some damage, but he didn't have the Z move to increase his speed, so in the end, we ended up being able to pull out the W. But yeah, sorry if this is kind of rambly and weird. It's difficult when I don't have the replay to kind of lean on and use that, but we ended up picking up a victory. I think Jirachi got a couple kills. Scolipede definitely got at least one. I'm pretty sure Verzian finished off the Manaphy in the end, so got Scolipede and Jirachi died, and then I think Verzian picked up the last kill. So anyway, that's that. yeah, I just wanted there to be at least something up so that there wasn't just like a giant hole in where week 13 should have been. So anyway, the next video will be me versus Prof for week 14. That's already been completed, so look for that soon. Thanks. Bye.